the session? All right, so it's being recorded right now. All right. Thank you, Ms. Aya, for the reminder. Okay. Yes, you are muted. You are muted. Where is your name? You're muted, Muhammad, because as I said earlier, I will do most of the talking today. When you join the course, we will switch up. We will exchange roles. You will do the talking, and I will just listen and correct your language or offer you some feedback and so on and so forth. It will be a conversation. All right? Okay. So here's the agenda of the meeting. These are the points that, inshallah, we will cover together, the points that we will tackle throughout the entire presentation. First off, I'll give you some information about me. You have to be aware of your instructor. You have to know their credentials, their qualifications, and so on and so forth. And then the courses that we offer, that Engli-Vision offers and provides, and a gift. And number 4, we will touch on the importance and the significance of learning English. Why is it crucial to learn English in this day and age? And number 5, we will look at some issues in depth and in great detail. And number 6, we will shed some light on the most common problems and hurdles or obstacles that language learners face when they embark on this journey, language acquisition journey. And finally, we will have an overview of the course. I will give you like some details and some information related to the conversation course. Okay? So, who am I? Let's start with the name. So, my name is Ali Said, and as you can see, I graduated from Azhar University, the Faculty of Languages and Translation, and it was during that period that my passion for language learning and language teaching was born. My desire was ignited during that period. Right? Yes, thank you, Muhammad. Okay. So once I graduated, I decided to go into this industry, the industry of language teaching and learning. I decided to give it a shot. And once I finished my military service, I joined Engli-Vision as an academic coordinator. Well, I occupied several roles. I wore several hats. I was um, a speaking examiner, a writing examiner, and an academic coordinator, and finally, a conversation course instructor. I'm also a felt holder. This is basically a certificate that you gain or that you get from the AUC. It's like a training program to equip English teachers with the skills and the knowledge that they need to be effective English teachers. All right. So, and nowadays, currently, I'm doing my MA. I'm an MA candidate at the AUC. So, I'm doing an MA in TESOL, teaching English to speakers of other languages. And finally, the last thing that you need to know about me is that this is my hobby. This is what I do in my free time. Whenever I have some downtime, I try to make or shoot educational videos. So I took up this hobby to occupy my free time with some productive activities. I'm a content creator on Facebook and TikTok. And maybe later in the future, down the road, I'll start uploading my videos on YouTube and make some money. Hopefully, inshallah. That's my desire, or that's my goal. So feel free, please, to follow me on Facebook and TikTok. All right, so as you can see, here is an overview or a list of the courses and the services that we provide at Engli-Vision. Take a screenshot if you want to refer back to it later. Yes, I'm sorry, it's full. All right. The room is full, but you can watch the recording later, inshallah. It's recorded. So you can take a screenshot, and the number of the coordinator is at the bottom of the screen. You can contact the coordinator or reach out to her whenever you want. Okay. Next. So you guys showed interest in language learning, and I can see that the room is full, mashallah. This indicates that you are eager and passionate about learning English and advancing your skills, your linguistic skills. So I decided to treat you to a special gift. This is a gift for the ambitious, a gift for people who want to improve their language and level it up. So I'll give you a context for each idiom, and I want you to guess the meaning in the chat box, okay? So I want you to interact with me. Listen carefully, listen attentively to the context. It'll be like a brief story, and I want you to guess the meaning of these idioms. So all of the idioms have the word lion in common, okay? So the first idiom is to dump the lion, and I want you to look at this picture here. I want you to imagine that finally you took the IELTS exam and you passed it with flying colors, and then you are qualified to travel abroad to, to have a job abroad or to study abroad, but you have to finish some paperwork first. And when you walk into the government office, you find a huge line in front of you. So you decide to wait for your turn. But all of a sudden, while you are impatiently waiting and you are frustrated because the line is too long, you find a group of people wearing some fancy clothes, okay? And they move to the head or to the front of the line, okay? And they move past the group of people who have been waiting. So they dumped the line. So what does it mean to dump the line? Can you guess the meaning of dump the line? They disrespectfully move past all of these people who have been waiting, and they move to the guy at the window to yes, exactly. To dump the queue. Yes, perfect. To move past people and to not wait for your turn. Exactly. Thank you so much. Yes, perfect. And then the second idiom is toe the line. So once you join a company, you have a meeting with your manager, and your manager says, if you want to succeed, you have to toe the line. If you want to excel in this kind of job, you have to toe the line. You have to, what does it mean to toe the line? To work hard, to be flexible, not exactly. All right. To follow, exactly. Nice. Good job, Bilal. So to toe the line is to follow the rules and the principles that the company adheres to. All right. To toe the line, to follow the rules. And number three, the final idiom, on the line. If you don't toe the line, your job will be on the line. All right. What does it mean to be on the line? Can you see the elephant here? His life is on the line. What does it mean? Yes, you are at risk. You are in danger. Exactly. On the line. You might lose your job if you don't toe the line. Good job, Isra. Exactly. Thank you so much. All right. So idioms are part and parcel of our everyday conversations. Try to incorporate them into your speech. Okay, moving on. Now, why do you think learning English is important? Can you tell me in the chat box? I want you to drop your thoughts in the chat box, please. Why learning English? Why is it important to learn English? Hmm. Can you give me some reasons? For many reasons. Yes, I want you to give me one reason, Ali. To connect easily with native speakers, to improve your skills, to find work, all the work, to travel, exactly. First language in the world, okay. Many opportunities, yes. Take Celta, okay. It costs an arm and a leg nowadays. You have to pay through the nose. You have to pay a lot of money to take the Celta. Yeah. Okay, so a lot of reasons, guys. Perfect, Osama. Yes, you need it for your life, like work, and to know more about the different culture, to be good at self-appreciation. Okay. All right. Perfect. So I prepared a list here. It's not, comprehensive, as you can see. Those are some of the motivations and some of the reasons why it is important to learn English and to master this language. So first off, enhanced career opportunities. If you have a good command of English when you apply for a job, your chances of getting accepted will be higher. All right. And if you know if a position falls vacant, okay, so if your company is looking for someone to promote, who will be more likely to get promoted? A person who speaks English or a person who does not speak English or a person whose English is poor or mediocre? So you will get the chance to move up the career ladder and you will earn more money. Okay. So this is number one, enhanced career opportunities. Number two, access to information. The vast majority of the content on the internet is in English. So if you wanna read more about international events or even local events, you can read in English. You will find lots of articles, lots of newspapers in English, unlike Arabic, unfortunately. So access to information. And even if you want to read more about your field of work, if you are an engineer, if you're a doctor, most of the resources are in English. So mastering English will give you access, easy access to this kind of information. And number three, academic advancement. So if you want to further your education, if you want to, do some postgraduate studies, English is a requirement, in the top and prestigious universities in the world. So academic advancement, it's a prerequisite if you want to get a scholarship at the AUC or even if you want to take the CILTA course. So English is a must in this case. And number four, skill diversification. You'll be a multi-talented person. So in addition to your discipline, in addition to your, technical knowledge, you will have an additional skill. It will be a valuable asset to broaden your skill set. All right, skill diversification. And finally, personal growth. Will feel a sense of fulfillment. You will feel like I've accomplished. We have some issues to consider. Frustration. Can you guys hear me? Hello? Hello? Yes. All right. Thank you so much. Frustration. Thank you. Thank you for your confirmations. Frustration. What does it mean to be frustrated? A lot of people, when they start learning English, they start feeling frustrated, bored to death. Why? Because according to them, once you join a course or once you start learning, you will master English within a couple of weeks. And unfortunately, this is unrealistic and this is unattainable. If you don't realize, if you're not convinced that you will fall on your face several times and you will go through a lot of rounds of, fail and then get up and then continue, fail, get up and continue, fail, get up and continue. If you don't realize that this will happen, that then you're setting yourself up for failure. Okay? So language learning takes time and effort, consistent effort. So this is frustration. Number two, accent. Which accent is more important, the British accent or the American accent? What do you guys think? Can you tell me in the chat box? The American accent or the British accent? US, any, British, both of them. American, American, both. I think to pronounce accurately. Good job, Ms. Asmat. Perfect. Okay, exactly. So the accent doesn't really matter. What matters is your ability to speak clearly and coherently. So focus on communication. All right, so focus on being comprehensible. People should be able to have a conversation with you without misunderstanding you because of your pronunciation. So focus on pronunciation, prioritize pronunciation, not the accent. If you're an English teacher, that's another story. All right. So clear pronunciation takes priority. Man, I don't really know why people are obsessed with the accent. And number three, okay, why are you learning English? To communicate or to just pass an exam? Can you answer this question, guys, in the chat box? Both, communicate, both. All right, so no one is learning English to pass an exam. Okay, excellent. That's good news. All right, so it's more important to learn English to communicate because this is the end goal, to socialize with people easily, to speak with comfort, with ease, and also to pass an exam. But if this is your mindset, if this is your main goal to pass an exam, you will not, if you are in a situation where you are supposed to speak, where you are required to speak with natives, you will not be able to, to communicate freely, casually, and fearlessly. So your main goal should be to communicate. We're learning English to communicate. Okay? When this is your mindset, when this is your mentality to pass an exam, you'll just memorize a couple of words and a couple of expressions, and that's it. Okay? But we learn to communicate, not to just pass an exam. Tell me, how to memorize new vocabulary? What is the best way to memorize new vocabulary? Using them, contextualization, put them in sentences. Exactly, yes, perfect, written and repeat. Excellent. So, using them, put it in context. Exactly, yes. So, memorizing new vocabulary, using them in a context. Exactly, yes. Thank you so much. So, it's all about contextualizing the new expressions or the new vocabulary that you want to memorize. You don't just get long lists of vocabulary and then sit down and memorize them and repeat them in writing. No, it doesn't work like that. In fact, you will soon forget them. They will soon slip your mind. So memorizing new vocabulary is all about reviewing them regularly, taking notes and keeping track of what you've learned. All right? Write them, use them in your daily speech, use them when you communicate, when you interact with your colleagues, with your, professors, if you are a university student, and so on. Employing them in a new context, exactly. Thank you. Okay, do you see the picture on the right? Do you think that this is real water? Is it real water? Okay. What do you call this phenomenon? Exactly, a mirage, sarab in Arabic. So a mirage, what does it mean? Something that is not, it's not there, it's an illusion, an optical illusion. Okay? So do you think that you can be fluent about any topic in the world when it comes to speaking, in terms of speaking? Do you think you can speak about any topic or any subject? Do you think this is possible? Yes, a mirage. Do you see this water? It's not exactly water, but it's an illusion. Okay? Exactly. You have to have knowledge. Without knowledge, you will not be able to speak about the topic at hand. So if I ask you about the American political system, would you be able to speak about it? Can anyone speak about the political system in America without reading about it first? Of course, no. So this leads me to the first point, frustration. A lot of people, when you ask them about, you know, subjects that they're not aware of, they feel frustrated and they feel disappointed. Okay, so if this is your goal, if this is your end goal, if this is your objective, then I'm sorry to tell you that you are chasing a mirage. It's unattainable, unrealistic, right? So let's talk a little bit about problems and offer you some solutions. What are the obstacles that you face when you learn English? Can you tell me in the chat box? What are the challenges that you face when you learn English? Why do you think learning English is difficult? Procrastination, pronunciation, continuity, pauses, practicing, fluency, forgetting the words, translating in your mind first, a long journey, okay? Lack of dedication, practice and fluency, because you always study it wrong, limited advanced vocabulary, grammar mistakes while speaking, shyness, pauses, a lot of problems, tons of issues, tons of problems, difficult words need translation. Okay, so again, I have a list here. And the biggest problem, yes, the biggest problem that most learners face is vocabulary expansion. They lack the necessary vocabulary to express their thoughts and to verbalize their ideas. Yes, exactly, Ali. So they don't understand that we have two types of memory, short-term memory and then long-term memory. When you first come across a word, it will be immediately stored in your short-term memory. If you don't use it, if you don't start using it, you will soon forget it. Okay, so this is vocabulary, and you have to read a lot and listen a lot. You have to get a lot of input in order to memorize new vocabulary in context. Don't forget, in context. Okay, so this is how to solve this issue. We offer you in the course, we offer you a lot of materials that help you memorize new words and new vocabulary, idioms, phrasal verbs, and so on and so forth. The second issue is fear of speaking, lack of confidence. So they are intertwined, fear of speaking and lack of confidence. Yes, I'll give you some books to read after the session, inshallah. So a lot of people are scared. They feel intimidated when they open their mouth to speak. They feel like a fish out of water and they just tremble in their shoes and they have butterflies in their stomach, feel nervous, sweaty, and they feel tongue-tied. They're not, they are scared because, once they open their mouth, they're afraid that someone might judge their language. They are afraid of making mistakes. They're not aware that mistakes are part and parcel of the learning journey. Yes, I will. I will, Afraid, inshallah, don't worry. So mistakes are your companions. Mistakes are your best teachers. How can we check the real meaning of a word? Yes, you can consult a dictionary. You can look it up in one of the authoritative and reliable dictionaries online. You have Oxford, you have Cambridge, Longman, these reliable dictionaries. Okay? Because the people who designed these dictionaries are really talented and professional. Number four, limited exposure. People don't get input. They just want to speak without getting exposed to the language. How can you speak if you don't, if your vocabulary is poor, you don't have a sufficient amount of vocabulary to speak or to write or to even use the language. So limited exposure, this is a problem. And when they have the desire to improve their language, they don't know where to start. What should I listen? What should I listen to? What should I watch? What should I read? Okay, so limited exposure. You don't have a genuine foreign? What do you mean, Amir? Number five, time and consistency. A lot of people are busy. We don't have time to learn. And if we have time to learn, we prefer to relax instead. So how come you want to improve your language if you don't dedicate some time to learning a language? This is, yes, exactly. Thank you. This is, unfortunately, this is what happens when most learners join the course. Some people drop out because after they enroll in the course, something just comes up and then they drop out. They're not dedicated enough. And consistency. Some people, yes, start learning for a week or two and then they just give up, they quit. Oh, this is too much. I cannot carry on. Again, this is a problem. You need motivation. And finally, perfection. And this is a disaster. This is the enemy of progress. Your goal should not be to be perfect. Your goal should be to make progress, to improve. Because if you have the desire to be perfect, it's unattainable. Again, let's agree on this. Perfection is, no one is perfect. I'm not perfect. No one is perfect. Okay? If you have this mentality, then you will not move forward. For example, when I ask you to record a voice note on WhatsApp, you will spend ages trying to perfect it, trying to polish it, trying to refine it, this will take a lot of time and you will end up feeling frustrated and disappointed. And again, this is a huge obstacle. Now, coming to the nitty-gritty, the most important details about the course to offer you solutions to these obstacles and issues. So as you can see, this is a walkthrough of the course. We have 2 weekly sessions. We will meet twice a week, and each time we will spend 2 hours together. All right, 2 weekly sessions, and I will show you the schedule at the end of the session, inshallah. And we have daily practice on WhatsApp, a lot of activities. We ask you to send you some voice notes and to do some grammar quizzes, to complete some grammar exercises to help you with grammar. All right, so we send you, for example, the task in the morning, and we give you a lot of time. You have plenty of time, all right, to do the task. And you have 5 calls. An examiner, a qualified examiner, will call you, whether on Zoom or Emu, to have a conversation with you for, 10 to 15 minutes. All right, so 5 calls. The course will run for 5 weeks. Yes, Amir. How long does it how long does the course run? Is that what you mean? The duration of the course is yes, 5 weeks, inshallah. So again, in addition to the daily voice notes, in addition to the daily voice notes that you will send on WhatsApp, you have 5 voice notes that you will send to the coordinator in private. But these 5 notes will be longer to help you speak at length, to speak for an extended period of time. How much? Yes, you can contact the coordinator and she will tell you, inshallah. I guess it's around 2,000 Egyptian pounds, but you can get a discount. Yes, we don't have enough patience. Our patience, fades away very quickly. In addition to the daily quizzes, and here you go. This is, no, it's not available face to face, but we have other courses face to face. You can reach out to the coordinator, get in touch with her, and she will give you all the details that you need about our face to face courses, inshallah. All right. So the conversation course is based on 4 elements. These are the elements or the factors, the pillars that constitute the conversation course. First off, we have input. Okay, so we expose you to the language, we immerse you in the language. We help you come into contact with English on a daily basis. So this is input. Okay, so for example, we send you videos. Yes, of course, 5 weeks, this is not enough to improve your language, but we help you, we put you on the rope. We give you the ropes, all right? And we help you continue even after the course. Because 5 weeks, this is not enough to help you master English. It's just to give you a boost, to give you a push. A group course, yes. There is a placement test that you have to take first. All right. So once again, input. You have to come into contact with the language. You have to listen a lot. If you want to improve your speaking, then you have to listen. The more you listen, the better you speak. Processing. After you watch a video or listen to an audio clip, it's important to take some time to try to internalize the language, to try to absorb it, to take it in, to break it down, and to pick the new vocabulary, the new words, to understand the context, okay? To understand what the video is about. So this is processing. And number three, output. When you get input, you are expected to produce output because this is how language is learned, okay? So yes, when for any level, no, not for any level. Just save your questions, guys. I feel distracted, okay? Save your questions until the end. So again, back to my point, output. English is best learned when by using it, by speaking it, not by watching others use it or speak it, okay? You have to open your mouth and to just feel a bit confident to speak. This is how you improve your speaking. And number four, feedback. It's important to get some feedback on what you produced. So you give me the language and I give you some feedback to know how to improve. We point out your mistakes and we flag up your errors and point you in the right direction. Number five, consistency. We do this every single day for 5 weeks. So it's an intensive course. Okay, it's a 5 week course. And number six, immersion. When you go to the beach and you immerse your entire body under the water, you go under the water, okay? So this is immersion. We try to immerse your brain into English and we help you think in English instead of translating in your head first and then producing the language. Again, and this will only happen if you just show up every single session and you do the activities on WhatsApp, or even if you study on your own. Okay, it's about consistency. And my main goal is fluency, is to help you boost and enhance your fluency, to help you speak with ease and comfort, fearlessly and confidently. All right. And these are some of the topics that we will discuss throughout the course, but again, they are tentative. They will change. I will change them. All right. Okay. So this is just to motivate you. The decision to enhance your language requires a certain level of hard work and discipline. Someone was talking about patience a few minutes ago. Therefore, if you're not willing to put in the effort and make some sacrifices, then it will only remain a distant dream. So if you don't do what it takes, then you will not improve. If you don't do it every single day, you will not improve. Small efforts lead to bigger and to big and huge achievements. Okay? And we all know the saying, slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. What does it mean? Slow and steady wins the race. I love to translate this proverb. قليل دائم خير من كثير منقطع. If you study, for example, for 30 minutes every single day, this will be way better than just studying 5 hours every week. All right, so we're trying to spread out the effort, spread it out. قليل دائم خير من كثير منقطع. All right. Ah, once you join the course, I will show you no mercy. I will make your lives miserable because I will try to motivate you every single day, and I will personally monitor your progress, and I will try to maintain contact with all of you in person to check up on you and to see whether you are doing your assignments or not. Okay? I'm just kidding. I'm not the devil. So once again, this is the course schedule. Yes, exactly. Do the task. Do the quiz. All right. So do you have any questions? Time to receive your questions. We have two groups. Mix between Arabic and English. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, but Arabic is almost entirely banned in my course. No one is allowed to speak in Arabic because you joined the course to speak in English, not in Arabic. Yes, there is a certificate at the end of the course, a certificate that proves that you joined the course. How should I improve my level from B2 to C1? You just need more practice. You need more time and effort. Okay? It depends on the amount of effort and the amount of time that you put into your study. Some sources to help you. Yes, BBC Learning English. Okay, to help us, what area exactly do you want help with? Speaking or listening, reading, writing? But for the productive skills, sometimes you might need feedback. Speaking, okay, you need a partner to speak with. You need to join a community. Or you might just practice speaking on your own, when you stand in front of a mirror and you prepare a topic to speak about, and then just open your mouth and start speaking. This will go a long way in helping you achieve your language learning goals. How many learners will be in the class? So from 15 to 20. I tried to make the number, you know, you can't listen. You cannot hear me? Hello? Hello? Can you guys hear me? Yes, thank you. So once again, I try to make the number as little as possible because I want to monitor you and to personally follow up on your progress. How many days a week? Only 2 days a week. Okay, but we have activities on WhatsApp. The course, when will it start? It will start, inshallah, in a couple of weeks, maybe after a week or two. Once the two groups are complete, then we will immediately kick off the course. Thank you, Hashim. All right. So once again, this is the number of the coordinator. If you have any questions, feel free to text Ms. Marwa on WhatsApp. Please text her. Do not call her. Just use WhatsApp to communicate with the coordinator. Get in touch with her and she will provide you with the necessary details that you need. For a specific level, yes, for intermediate students and above. Intermediate and upper intermediate. American or British? No, American. You want to travel and work? You mean work abroad or work remotely or what, Wissam? Focus on the skills, not just English. Focus on the skills and the qualifications that will help you travel. Okay? If you are seeking employment abroad, try to get in touch with the company that you want to work for or the entity that you want to work for. Um, Try to visit their website if they have a website and read more about the job that you want to take on. All right, English teacher. Well, first off, you need to have a solid command of English. You need to be able to communicate, effectively and confidently. No, it's not suitable for A2 students. No. All right. IELTS. Yes, you need, I don't know. Maybe the entity that you want to work for doesn't require the IELTS exam. So check with them. How much should I take to make the most benefit of the course? I don't understand the question, ya Ahmed Tantawi. Ah, how many hours daily? Maybe around 2 hours or even less than 2 hours. Okay. Yes. The fees, again, around 2,000. How many members? From 15 to 20. It depends. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Again, for any further questions, contact the coordinator on WhatsApp. And here's the course schedule. It's on the left. Okay. Thank you so much. It's been an honor having you on board, and I look forward to seeing you soon, inshallah. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time and interest. Have a lovely evening. Bye bye. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bye bye.